Hey there, how are you? Got a question for you. Have you ever asked yourself, how is money created? Have you ever asked yourself, who creates money? We live in a world where a lot of people are in the pursuit of financial success, financial stability, financial security, financial freedom, and so many things related to finance. People are just looking for ways they can make money. However, a lot of people don't ever ask themselves, how is money created and who even creates money, right? Have you asked yourself that question? Now, in today's video, I'm going to help you answer that question. So stay tuned and remember to subscribe, to follow, and share with a friend who you think can benefit from this video. Sounds good? Alright, let's get started. So when it comes to how money is created, first, it's created by two entities, right? There is the Federal Reserves, that's mainly in the USA. Here in Canada, it's the Bank of Canada, right? Or the central bank. So what are the central banks? The central bank is essentially the government, right? The government is what creates the money, mainly the physical money we see, the coins and cash, the bills. That is mainly created by the government. It's the one that prints out the money, right? Mainly sometimes, because there is less supply of cash or physical money, the old money is kind of, wearing out and stuff like that. So they have to create more. They also regulate the inflation and the interest rate and stuff like that. And on top of that, they also do create loans, which is given to banks or companies to run their business and stuff, right? However, the part I really want you guys to pay attention to the most is that most of the money that is existing right now or in its circulation in the market is heavily created by your bank, the TD, the BMO, the RBC, and so many more. That's in Canada. In the USA, I'm talking about the Bank of America, the Wells Fargo, and the other banks, right? Those are the ones responsible for most of the money in circulation right now. When I say most of the money, I'm talking about 90 to 95% of the money in circulation in the market is heavily created by the commercial banks. Now, you may be asking yourself, how do they create money like that? How do they create so much money that is in the circulation? It boils down to a simple concept called credit creation or loan creation. Borrowing, lending money to people. That is the number one factor or method commercial banks use to create a lot of money, right? And most of you probably may have heard of the concept of how money is created out of the thin air. That concept is actually so true. I've come to realize that money is actually created out of the thin air, right? Most of you may be like, when you go to a bank, a commercial bank, you want to take a loan, they give you a loan. It will say that loan is taken out of someone else's bank account. But guess what? If that person, that someone else's goes in their bank account, their balance is going to stay the same. It's not going to show that there's a reduction or they have borrowed some money from it. It's going to still read the same balance. So now the question is, where did the money come from? The money they loaned out, where did it come from? Right? So the number one way or method that commercial banks create money is through credit creation. Literally loaning people. That's the number one way of them creating money and create tons and tons of money that way. As I said, 90 to 95% of money we have in circulation right now is created through loans. Now, once that person gets that loan, they use it for whatever they want to use it for, whether that be buying the mortgage, right? Buying the house, starting a business, through credit cards, whatever it may be. Now they spend the money, and after spending the money, someone else or that same person is going to work so hard, sweat, to pay that loan back. But a lot of wealthy people, what they do is they don't work for it, right? They make someone work for it and pay off the loan, or they get loans through collateral loans, right? So those are the two main entities that create money we have today. And what I really want you to understand is, or the reason why I'm sharing this with you is, as you're pursuing this financial success, financial freedom and all that, financial security, just financial success, understand that money is not as scarce as you think. A lot of people think money is very scarce, but in reality, it's not. Matter of fact, there is unlimited supply of money. That's what the bank does. As I said, most of the money we have, it's in the circulation in the market, is loans. And those loans, they came from commercial banks, right? So there's unlimited supply of money. Money is not scarce. It's unlimitedly abundant. That's what I really want you to understand out of this video, to get out of this video. To understand that you don't need to work your, strength of effort, sweat and all this stuff. Again, I'm not saying don't work hard, of course do, but understand that the key or the focus is not money, because money is valueless, it's worthless, because it's created out of the thin air. You just go to the bank, you want a loan, they just type it, they give you a credit. That's it. That's all it takes, to just type the number in your bank account, and that's it. So that money they're giving you came out of nowhere. They just created out of the thin air, boom, and there you have it. Now imagine working so much for something that can be created out of the thin air. What? Are you serious? So I really want you guys to understand that money is everywhere. It's so abundantly available. And to only get access to that, it's understanding how money works. And as I said in my last video, one of the ways to make yourself valuable, because when you make yourself valuable, that money is going to come to you. Because even all the people who borrow money or who get loans, they get loans or they get approved for loans because they can use that money for something valuable. So when you make yourself valuable, that's how you're attracting the money. So the money is not the focus, guys. Money is not the focus, right? Focus is creating value, because money itself, it's worthless. As I said, it's created out of the thin air. Alright? So that's what I hope this added value to your life, or clarify something about how money is created. But I hope this video really opened your eyes to how much money is out there, and how much loans these banks are creating, and how money is created out of the thin air. Right? You go get a loan, and it doesn't come from someone else's bank account. They just type it in your account. They just put a credit there, and boom, you have the money. Right? So with that, I want to wish you to have an amazing day. If this added value into your life, don't forget to like, to comment if you have a question. And always remember, it is powerful to have knowledge about things, understanding how money works, but it's more powerful to apply that knowledge. Sounds good? And with that, I'm going to wish you to go and make every single day count. Alright? I'm Manizak, and take care.